Giants lost another game. It's time to eat them up. All right, coming up next, speaking of the Lions, they might not have their quarterback this Sunday. We'll get to that coming up next, 97.1 The Ticket.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here at the Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, your hometown sportsbook. Tonight, it's the Packers and Niners in San Francisco. Green Bay, 5.5-point road favorite. San Francisco plus 235 on the money line. Total around 50. When you're going to bet this game, keep in mind, Niners without quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo, star tight end George Kittle, and wide receiver Deebo Samuel. That's it for this Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, your hometown sportsbook. I'm Nick Costos. Keep it locked here for more throughout the day.
Want to win $5,000 just for picking football games? BetRivers.net has a weekly football contest where they're giving away $5,000. That's $5,000 each week. And the entry cost is free. Go to BetRivers.net and sign up for your free account. Once you do, you're ready to enter your picks each week. Don't miss your chance to win. Go to BetRivers.net today. That's BetRivers.net. Must be 21. See official rules for details.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. Call Hall Financial and get pre-approved for your new home today. We're even going to connect you with a top realtor in your area. At Hall Financial, our goal is to get you into your new home as quick and as easy as possible. Get started now. Go to davidhallmortgage.com.
If you're drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay, then you need to take advantage of special IRS tax programs that are available and free yourself from IRS collection efforts once and for all. Due to the financial hardship consumers are facing throughout the country, the Internal Revenue Service has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Take down this number or store it in your cell phone, but call the Community Tax Helpline at 800-262-7044. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back, or even if you have years of unfiled tax returns, there's no need to fear anymore. But you have to call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-262-7044 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. Call 800-262-7044 for your free consultation and to see if you qualify. That's 800-262-7044. Walgreens has always been there to help make your healthcare easier. From making sure you have the prescriptions you need to answering any questions you have about them. Now, the question is whether you have the right Medicare plan. And we're here to help make that easier too. Walgreens can save you money and peace of mind with co-pays as low as $0. Visit Walgreens.com/Medicare today to see how. Walgreens. We make Medicare easy. $0 copay after your generic drugs are enrolled in a plan with Walgreens as a community pharmacy. T-Mobile for Business knows saving time and money is important for your business. That's why we're introducing Microsoft 365 on us, now included in our best business plans. With Office apps, Microsoft Teams, cloud storage, and more, Microsoft 365 on us gives you the tools you need to run your business. Stop by a T-Mobile store today. Qualifying plan required. Contact us to activate one license per line, next 2 per account. Third-party terms apply. See T-Mobile.com for plan details.
This hour of instant feedback brought to you by Mike Burrow of National Benefit Plans. For affordable health insurance, call 877-734-2200.
On the ticket, we'd like to remind you that when you text the ticket, standard text messaging rates apply. Live from the Jamie Samuelson studio, here's Stoney and Jansen.
97.1 The Ticket. Don't forget, coming up at 7:25, it is the 2 Grand Slam. Get some NFL action tonight. San Francisco. With no wide receivers, they see. It's the Green Bay back. We'll get into it later, but it's kind of weird that they're actually playing this game.
Who do you think's going to be? I mean, they're going to have to dig deep for some receivers.
No.
And so what was the NFL's plan to begin with, right? They increased the practice squad,
Yeah.
and so they're just going to bring up some of those guys.
Yes, so. Yeah.
And it's going to be interesting.
You know, you're a Green Bay Packer fan, you're sadly. Well, they're missing guys too.
Yeah.
I mean, A.J. Dillon and but not like San Francisco. San Francisco has enough injuries to begin with.
Well, and originally it was, so we've seen this happen to a couple of position groups. It was the Oakland Raiders and their offensive line.
Yeah.
And then they ended up getting a few of those guys back, but and it's not just the receiver positions. Trent Williams, they're starting left tackle is one of the guys. And if you've got a backup quarterback in there, you'd like to have your stud left tackle.
Yes.
They're also missing Jamal Williams because he was a close contact.
Yes.
A.J. Dillon, the Packers are, and then Alan Lazard may come off IR tonight. I think Aaron Jones is still in question. I haven't been able to get something solid on that. But the Niners, so no Garoppolo, Kittle, Tevin Coleman, Raheem Mostert, Jeff Wilson Jr., they're all out. They were already out.
Right, and but Akuka, whatever his name is, he's out now because he had exposure to another guy.
Yeah, and Kendall Bourne.
Yeah.
And then Trent Williams. Deebo Samuel was already out, but he got COVID. So he's got COVID and an injury. Dante Pettis, they cut him the other day. They probably shouldn't have. So their number one receiver is somebody called Trent Taylor.
Taylor. They got up for fantasy.
Yeah.
Guess what top 10 wide receiver drafted in the last, I think, 5 years, maybe a little longer, will probably play tonight for the Niners.
Top 10, like not a top 10 draft pick. You're talking about
Top 10 draft pick, yeah.
Oh, top 10. Oh, well, I know they
It
just
might have been
released
more.
one. They just released one.
Yeah, Dante Pettis.
Right, yeah.
Kevin White.
Oh my God, he was drafted by the Bears, right? If I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of COVID, a little situation here in Detroit. We know about Jared Davis, so he's probably going to be on it Sunday. It was revealed yesterday that Matthew Stafford was not at practice. I was trying to figure out why for the media part the media was able to watch. But the Lions issued a statement basically saying that he's on the COVID-19 reserve list because of exposure. We weren't sure it was just exposure. However, a very irate Kelly Stafford in an Instagram video said, and I'm quoting, "I appreciate everyone reaching out and giving us well wishes when actually we are fine. We are all negative. My husband is negative. It was just a certain exposure. So we've been testing since that exposure and we're all negative. But I will keep you guys updated if that changes. Thank you again, NFL, for throwing my family out there when no one is positive and now I'm a solo parent."
I feel bad for her because they have 3 kids?
4 now.
4 now?
Yeah, 4 girls.
Feel for him.
Yes,
Feel
I
for you,
do.
bud.
I know.
I got 3 myself.
Yeah, I got 2.
But yeah, I mean, it's part of the deal right now.
Yeah, I know.
And it sucks like a lot of different things, whether it's a single parent has to take care of all the kids because somebody's in quarantine, or I mean, there are worse things.
Well, she being a single parent, so to speak,
Right.
in that household, with that income, with that help for the kids that I'm sure they have, nannies, etc.
Well, that's not always the case.
That's not always the case.
Yeah,
but
let's not
no, I'm
make
talking
a-
about her. But I know that situation a little bit.
Oh, okay, all right. So
Yeah.
you know, okay.
Yeah, she has help.
There's a
She's
site.
fine. Well, no, I mean, I've been in Lions practice where she's been there with the kids and, during training camp with a net. Whatever, that's fine. I have
Oh,
no
yeah.
problem with it. But it just, and it does suck if people, oh my God, stay away from her because her husband's got COVID. No, her husband doesn't have COVID.
Right.
He was near somebody who had it.
This is a tough time to be it's always a challenge to be in the public eye, but when you're dealing with something like this, it adds to the challenges.
Now, here's the question, and I don't want to be callous here, but let's just say, because there's no guarantee that Stafford won't play Sunday, and I have a kind of feeling he will play. He just has a few more negative tests. But let's say, for our little parlor game here, he does not play, and the Lions and the Chase Daniel or David Blau, whoever is not exactly up to snuff, and they get blown out. So when Sheila reviews the season, calls Bob and Matt into the office, well, how do you think it go? Well, Minnesota, you can't count that one because we didn't have a quarterback.
Or a linebacker.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's a big difference. But do you think
Well,
there's
it's
any...
going to add to the narrative.
Yeah, but I think she's smart enough to know that Jared Davis is not that good.
Right, but Trey Flowers is out.
Yeah, but,
It's- it's not
but
count.
Trey Flowers doesn't have COVID.
Right.
Okay, we're talking about just the COVID thing. Do you think Stafford with COVID is going to register at all? Either them to use it as an excuse. They won't publicly, obviously.
No.
I don't think. If he misses one game and they get blown out by a average to below average Minnesota team. I don't think it's going to make that. I don't think it's going to make a difference one way or the other. But it's it's out there because it's well, here's our record with Stafford and here's our record without Stafford. Well, your record with Stafford stinks. Your record without Stafford is obviously worse, but that shouldn't save your freaking job.
No, but what they could do is they could parlay it into, well, in 2019 we were ready to make our push, and then Matthew Stafford had a back injury, and then we fell apart. And part of that to me is on Bob Quinn because they didn't prepare and have a backup quarterback.
Right.
But this year, yes, we're 3-4, but we really feel like we've got things going, and we're starting to play better on both sides of the ball. But then we lost Matt Stafford.
So we became 3-5. Right.
Oh, I know, but again, it just just how long it is. We don't even know if it's going to be this weekend.
Right. That's why I said the same thing. And I don't think anyone with a modicum of intelligence would use missing one game due to COVID as a referendum whether a administration or regime like Patricia stays or not.
No. But what we've seen throughout the NFL is generally it's not just one, right? So in Matthew is not positive, but we know that Jared Davis was. Do they at some point have a rash of positive tests because, I don't know, maybe there was a contact, or maybe it's not even with Jared Davis, but it's somebody else, right. And then there's all of a sudden a run. It's been very fortunate. I think they pointed it out. Jared Davis was the first positive they've had in 3 months.
Right. The Lions have really done a good job of it.
Mm-hmm. I think there's an indirect variable here a little bit, and it's Tua. If Tua has a great game, and then he starts to play better. He did not play well last week. He didn't have to. That was a weird game with turnovers and special teams. But if Tua starts to get this talk going, and then you have Stafford missing a game or two, and Chase Daniel can't do it, but Tua looks good, then you start going down that road of, well, should they have drafted Tua? Did they miss out on a franchise quarterback?
Or any of the rookie quarterbacks.
Yes.
Right.
You're the Herbert guy. Or how about this scenario? Stafford doesn't play. Chase Daniel lights it up. The following week, Stafford's back. You know he's going to play, but there'll be a clamor.
Oh, yeah.
There'll be a clamor.
That's when the Kellen Moore people come out. Remember that bit?
Oh, my God. That was unbelievable.
Which player got more love on Carson Anderson they shouldn't have? Kellen Moore or Zach Foley?
Probably Kellen Moore.
Yeah.
Zach Foley at least hit people. Kellen Moore did nothing in the regular season.
Well, and how about this? Maybe it's not just that maybe Chase Daniels has a very pedestrian game.
Blau. A young gun.
Oh, yeah. Well, we saw Blau. Who did he play against last year? The first game, I was there. Was it Kansas City? Well, it wasn't Kansas City. It was Chicago for Thanksgiving Day.
I was there.
Yeah, I was at that one. And
I'm good for a little bit.
Yeah, the first couple of throws, I'm like, all right, here we go, Purdue. And then no.
And it was Purdue. But all right, our telephone number is 248-539-9797. It's also the ticket text as well. Don't forget, 725. It is the 2 Grand Slam. You always hit a Grand Slam when you go to Las Vegas. That's right. And especially when you stay at the D. Book a room today, thed.com. The D's taking all the necessary precautions to make sure you stay safe and you enjoy all the comforts of a high-end Las Vegas hotel without missing out on the high gaming, socially distanced energy that they have there. And if you want to golf, like I've always told you, great golf courses in Las Vegas, and the folks at the D will set up really good tee times for you. They got great food there, too. You got the American Coney Island for that, late night, early morning snack. You also have the D Grill, great pancakes there. And for dinner, Joe Vicari's Andiamo Italian Steakhouse, which is an unbelievable place. Great. I think that Caesar salad right there, and the steak is great. Anyway, book a room today, thed.com, the D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Las Vegas.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Henry Ford College. So one accident on your drive this morning that's affecting the Lodge Freeway southbound ramp at 75. Looking for a career-focused education in 2 years or less? At Henry Ford College, their 1 year and 2 year programs keep you ready for big things. They also offer 4-year options like culinary school and dozens of transfer programs. Get ready for your future at Henry Ford College. Visit hfcc.edu. I'm Michelle Penny up with traffic.
97.1 The Ticket and CBS Sports Radio 1270. Your homes for the NFL on Westwood One. The San Francisco 49ers host the Green Bay Packers. Thursday night football. Pre-game at 8 on 97.1 The Ticket.
This Radio.com Sports Minute is